toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Cox. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. And the 35 is got hold. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know, people forget Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good of an athlete you have to be to do that. But the tradition, the uniforms, the Rose Bowl, everything about UCLA just smells good.
Quickly to the tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football.
There he goes. Got it out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Reynolds. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it. It's Reynolds. They'll pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Barrels ahead. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This is the 8th play of this long drive, and it's 3rd and goal. On the move. And he'll finish the ride in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You can tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat-and-mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Got it in the middle. It's Baker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Working that left side now. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
That's a bang-bang play, three-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And the Horned Frogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, TCU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point splits the uprights. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Cox. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, he wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give from the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy.
Going for it all. Makes the grab at the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And the Bruins look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away, live to fight another down.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
And he missed it. No good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Hauls it in. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hale. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the end.
On the run, it's Payne. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They want to run this quarterback. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Arkansas State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 7 over Maryland. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Reynolds. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carter. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
When he's a 2-minute offense, when you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Wants to throw on first down. He's going to take off. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Touchdown, UCLA! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
And he made the extra point without problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Fires and picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Hit as he throws. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. Past the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, TCU!
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick six.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bruins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Baker. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll run the RPO and pull it right. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
First down, 10 yards to go. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Bruins come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bruins will have it 1st and 10. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Reynolds. Turning it on. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll line up to go for 2. It's caught for the 2.
And that is a decision offensively that potentially gets you fired as a head coach if you don't come through with that. You could have just tied the game with an extra point, but instead you go for 2 to take the lead, and they get it. Wow.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's open. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, UCLA! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
The kick is up and good, and put one strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8-play.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, and
he unleashes a long one. And he's got it inside the 35. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, and get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Baker. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Hale. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Quarterback will keep it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback running game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Third down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia Southern. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
To the air on 2nd down. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. With the catch, it's Reynolds. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got them where you wanted them. You backed them up on third down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop them. They give up the first down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Motion from the back. Caught in the backfield, it's Reynolds. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down, get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The short hands, it's Pfeiffer. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Finds his tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. Fourth down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
To have any chance to pull this game out, they have to convert on fourth down here late in the fourth. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. That's reeled in, it's Baker. Will not get there, a fourth down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll run the ball, the clock is on their side. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
1 more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. They'll move the wide receiver. The inside handoff. There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bruins. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
How in the world did he miss that? Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Baker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Got a man. It's Baker. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Second down, they'll go to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Small. He'll work his way down to the 28. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.